All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a new Resonator showcase, a new Resonator trailer, and of course, we all know it's going to be for Zani, who is probably, I think by all measures that I've seen, probably the most popular and most anticipated release that we've ever had in the history of the game. I can think of two very good reasons for that one. I think we just go ahead and get right on into it, check it all out, see how it's going, because boy oh boy, this might be one of the longest ones that Kuro Games has ever had. This thing is sitting here at a whopping 4 minutes and 45 seconds. You add that to the length of her combat showcase, this is about like 6 minutes worth of trailers for the unit, right? You add that to this combat showcase over here, that's about, yeah, that's more than 6 minutes worth of trailer. So I'm excited to see what they've got in store. Let's go ahead and get right on into it. Let's check it all out. Wait a minute. My memory is not that bad. I've seen this before. Is it gonna say
Miss
no
Zani.
overtime?
This is urgent. We got a lead. The art thief will strike tonight.
About time.
Wait a second. Okay, hold up. Pause. Isn't this just the... It's the same photo.
This is urgent. We got a lead. The art thief will strike tonight.
It's the same photo.
About time.
Holy shit. So they did like a continuation of it. Kind of like moved the no overtime thing, but holy shit, it's just straight up continuation. I don't think they've ever done that before. I don't think they've ever done that before. That's pretty cool. It's almost like a series. Okay. All right. I see the games you're playing, Kuro. Keep going. Okay. I guess these are our two villains.
Hey, Chief. We've been hiding in the vents all day. My legs are still asleep. Even livestock have it easier than this.
I swear, these guys look goofy as hell, bro. I guess one thing that I can enjoy about this anniversary is how they've kept, like, the whole, like, silliness thematic, you know, with, like, the cubular people. You know, like the cubular resonators, the second coming of Solaris, all that stuff. And they're even carrying it forward into the trailer. Because this looks ridiculous. Are these going to be enemies in-game? I would really like if these are actual enemies in-game and they've got like they've got the animal masks on and everything. But I'm going to be real here. Wasn't there a better way to disguise yourself?
Yes.
Can't you show some drive for once? Look at her. Still on duty at this hour.
Oh no, she's cooked. She's cooked.
I can't take it anymore.
All three of them
I
are
haven't
cooked.
Slept properly in days.
All three of them are cooked at this point. They're all just tired. They're all not getting overtime.
Even the doctor told me to rest.
Stop whining and get to work. The boss will be here any minute. Hurry up! Get it together.
One thing I really do like about the, at least about this trailer, is the fact that they've made the world seem so much more like human, so much more like alive from the perspective of, you know, it's just, these seem like regular ass dudes, even though we know that this is a world full of like superpowers and shit. And it gives off a pretty relatable vibe. Definitely a relatable vibe.
This is no place for visitors.
Oh man, she's gigantic.
Go on.
Why me again?
Oh, you expect me to do the grunt work?
Oh damn, they're trying to shake her.
Easy. Instead of good work. Poor posture. Bloodshot eye.
People would pay money for that. I don't think the guy realizes how much value he's getting over here. I know at least a couple of people in this chat. I think I know a sizable number of people in this community that would pay money for that to happen to them. Yeah. Yeah, no, this is a lot of people would view this as a benefit rather than a con. Yeah, a lot of people would view this as a benefit to them instead of a con, for sure. 1,000,000%.
Work piled on you. Daily battles for your boss. As overtime job.
Oh, wait a second. That was kind of cool. You can see the guy's eyes inside of the mouth. So I guess that's just how they see. Okay, you can clearly see the guy's eyes inside of the mouth. That's nice attention to detail right there. And of course, yeah, this just looks ridiculous.
Boss. As overtime dulled your senses.
You're working too hard. You're getting lazy. Ooh. Destruction protocol.
Neutralized in 30 seconds.
Oh, Carlotta doesn't play. Oh, I think one thing for certain is that, yeah, Carlotta doesn't play. I guess she's just gonna execute the intruders. I guess there's no due process over here. They're just going to die. I wonder how many people in this vault have suffered that fate after trying to steal.
I don't need this now.
Oh boy. I mean, this is one of the best shots we've had in a trailer. This is probably like one of like the best like close-up shots that we've had in a trailer. Damn. God damn, this is crazy.
Hey, don't damage the evidence.
Oh, she's saving them?
Don't touch the witness either.
It's her fighting her own employers.
About time for you to shove now.
I love that part of her, like, combat style, at least at this part, is, like, also being, like, as lazy as possible and trying to put in as little effort as possible. You see her kind of, like, crossing her arms and then just, like, barely dodging attacks the entire time. Yeah, it's, I think they've done a great job with her characterization across this entire thing, for sure. 1,000,000%. Yeah, she's just tired. Hey, it seems like she's always tired. I'm not gonna lie though, but how much of it is actually on her doing too much work, and how much of it is her goofing around too much when she's not at work? Okay.
The cat's finally out of the bag. Totally red-handed.
Oh, here we go. Now she got the weapon. Bro, how strong is she? How strong is she? I'm not sure if there are very many people on the roster. I'm not sure if there are very many people on the roster that can do that. That's crazy. Jesus. You know one thing I gotta say about that sequence over there, I kind of want to watch that again. Holy shit, when she brings out the sword. How is she not doing more damage to the environment? I honestly would expect, with how she's swinging this thing around, she would, like, I don't know, break the ground a little bit, maybe, like, damage a few walls. Or maybe she knows that if she does too much damage, it's gonna get, like, docked out of her pay. Maybe she knows that if she does too much damage, she'll get, like, part of it docked out of her pay. And so she's just, like, straight up, she's really controlling herself here. I mean, come on, guys. With swings like that... Ooh, that stab is crazy, though. Absolutely no damage at all to the environment. Actually, absolutely no damage at all to the environment. That is a flawless performance. What I'm wondering at this point, though, is with the level of expertise that Zani clearly has, isn't she, like, rich? There's no way Zani isn't, like, rich, right? Perhaps during her story quest, we'll, like, see where she lives or something. I have to imagine that she lives in, like, a fucking mansion. right? Like, she has to be getting paid a lot. She has to be getting paid a lot if this is the level of fucking expertise that she has with the job. It's like I'm not sure you can really get this anywhere else.
If you were behind the wall.
This is as far as
But yeah, she has the retail therapy. She spends all her money on stuff that she never uses.
we go. We'll return everything. Yes.
You'd better tie it tight.
Is she telling them to tie themselves?
Shifts over.
Nice camera angles. Nice camera angles, Kuro Games. Yeah, I see why there's so much of a focus on her tie. I see why there's so much of a focus on her tie, because clearly there's a focus on 2 other things as well. Well done. Well done. Hats off to the devs right here for this one. That's a crazy transition. That's a
Breaking
crazy
news. The art
transition.
thief has been brought to justice. All goods have been returned.
They have technology like this, and I guess it's not surprising. It's not surprising at all that they've got like technology like this, but yeah, she's just Jay chilling. She's got like the whole like yeah, this definitely looks like a very just sort of like modern living room sort of thing going on. Yeah, Raguna has TVs. I mean, clearly.
Zani, there's been an emergency. Can you get to the office ASAP?
They got the
Do
phone
you know
calls
what
too.
time it is?
We can't do it without you.
All right.
Yeah, she never gets a break, does she? Maybe part of this is that, like, maybe the Montellis just need to hire better employees. Maybe the Montellis do genuinely just need to hire better employees, because why is she required for literally everything? Why is she required for quite literally every single job? Is everybody else like that incapable?
Back to work.
Okay, wait, hold up. Hold up. What was that ending frame?
Back to work.
Really? I swear to God, we've had at least 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 close-ups of this. This isn't reaching like Cantarella and her tongue level, but I'm not gonna lie, it's getting close. You know what? They missed more of these close-up shots when she's in this form, right? Maybe they didn't want to get censored again. They just didn't put that many close-up shots of it while she's in this form, because holy moly, right? Holy moly, maybe that would have gotten it back. Maybe that would have put the game back to 16 plus. That probably would have gotten the game put back to 16 plus if we got any close-up angles while she was, you know, in her enhanced state. And boy, oh boy, that's a lot of enhancement. That is a lot of enhancement that she's got going on over there. I've heard a couple of people were saying that this trailer was like mid. I thought that this trailer was like fun. It was definitely one of the more like humorous trailers that we've had across the history of the game. It kind of gives me like a little bit of like Brant vibes, a little bit of like the Jeja vibes. It's clearly meant to be like not the most serious one, not the most serious or emotional one ever. And I think it fits Zani as a character 1,000,000%, because she's always like very cool, very calm, very collected, very like lazy sometimes too. As we saw, you know, she's basically asking the dudes to tie themselves instead of doing it herself. And yeah, I think it fits the vibe of the anniversary. I think on the flip side, because of how like relaxed and how chill this one is, I'm imagining that Kachona's trailer, you know, the wind pistol lady, is probably gonna have something a little bit more emotional. I think that she definitely is gonna have something a little bit more emotional. And I think that alone is going to maybe like balance out the course of the patch, because we do know that Kachona's whole vibe that she has going on, it's a lot more serious from what we saw during the story quest. So maybe we'll see. Maybe hers will be silly too. But yeah, I think that'll be a good one to look forward to. I like this one. I thought it was great. So with that, let me know what you all think. Peace.